Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. I was off last week. I was under the weather and I actually lost my voice and everything, so I wasn't able to do any videos or anything for that matter. So when I did do a video, I had used my hands and somebody said to me, "Hey, what's with all the ridges on your fingernails?" And so that's why I thought that this was the video that I was going to do this week for you guys. So back in January, I had a pretty traumatic experience. I was at the gym. I was cycling up to some much higher weights. I was doing skull crushers and I was weak and I dropped the weight on my face and it went bad. So I ended up having to go see my dentist. I broke some teeth, and when I went in and they took the x-rays and stuff, they found out that there was some bone damage in my jaw, and I had to go into this extensive surgery. And without getting into too much detail, I ended up losing a lot of blood. It was supposed to be like a 45-minute surgery and ended up being like a 2-hour surgery, and I had to go to a specialized oral surgeon and all sorts of stuff. And it took me a while afterwards to learn how to eat again and talk again. And I'm just now, this late in the game, getting rid of the dark circles underneath my eyes and everything else. But in the course of all that, I ended up getting anemic, and because I lost a lot of blood, and it's been a real road to recovery for me, because at first I didn't know. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you go to the doctors and everything else, they are not going to find out that you are anemic. They are not going to find out that you have low iron until you are way out there, okay? And that's when it starts showing up on tests. So that's why I wanted to bring this to you guys. I wanted to show you what I'm doing for mine so that you can do it for yours and give you a little bit of education about it, okay? So things that can cause anemia are cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, kidney disease, all inflammatory diseases. Who doesn't have that? All of these affect the red cell production. Okay, so chances are you're not even going to be aware of these unless you actually go in and test. And even if it tests, I had mine come up normal for months. But your first indicator is always going to be your fingernails. You're going to get those vertical ridges on your fingernails. Okay, so bacterial infections, viral infections, antibiotics. I was put on antibiotics too. Antibiotics, sulfa drugs, over-the-counter pain medications like Tylenol. All of these will destroy your red blood cell production. So if you have recently been on antibiotics, any of that, or you take over-the-counter Tylenol, all of these will disrupt and cause you to have low iron. Being anemic can cause dark circles underneath your eyes. It can make you tired, lethargic. It can make you cold. Being cold, irritable, and it can cause dizziness, and it can really affect your adrenals. A lot of people think, oh, I'm having adrenal fatigue or I'm having adrenal issues, when actually their adrenals aren't even involved. It's the fact that they are low on iron and they are anemic. Okay, so these two herbs are what I take. I take sarsaparilla, okay, and I take yellow dock. So every single night I make myself a tea with these two herbs. Yes, you can take the pills, but the pills are not going to work as well because they have to go through the whole filtration system, right? The liver, the stomach acid, it has to get through all that in order for it to work. So I like making a tea. It's not a bad tasting tea, and you can sweeten it with honey and lemon, and I drink it every single night. So what's going to end up happening is, as your anemia gets worse, like I said, your nails are going to be your first indicator before any doctor test. You're going to notice that you're going to get it on your thumbs first. You're going to get those vertical lines on your thumbs first. Sometimes it'll be just like 1 or 2 lines, then it'll progress to 4 or 5, 6, 7 lines, and then it'll start skipping to the next nails. So the worse the anemia gets, the more nails that you will have it on. I literally have it on every single nail. Yep, every single nail, with my left hand having the worst. So now as I'm reversing it, you're going to start noticing that your pinky will start going away, then this one, then this one, then this one, and finally you'll just be left with your thumbs, and it's gonna smooth from the outside in. So you'll notice that like my two sides of my thumb are pretty smooth. The ridges are just now only in the middle. So the ridges go narrowing down back to 1, and then they disappear as you go getting rid of of your anemia issue. So the great thing about these 2 herbs is you can drink them all the time. So if you have kidney disease or something like that, something that is constantly affecting your red blood cells, you can actually take them without having a problem. So like I said, 1 teaspoon of sarsaparilla and 1 teaspoon of yellow dock, and every single night I drink them in a tea in order to reverse my anemia. If your anemia has gotten to the point where it's really, really bad, it can take you anywhere up to 6 to 7 months to actually reverse the issue. Okay, because like I said, most people don't even catch it because the doctors don't find it. You're going to find it in your nails first. Okay, so 1 cup a day. If you like, I have a tea on my website. It's called Anxiety Shield, and that tea actually has 4 different herbs in it. 2 of the herbs are to help with anxiety, and 2 of the herbs are to reverse your anemia, your red blood cells, so increase your red blood cells. So people with kidney disease are well aware that it's very common to have that. Okay, so these are the 2 that I recommend. I also recommend, if you like, you can do raisins. I like to take raisins and I like to put them in water, and I let them sit overnight, and then in the morning I drink the water. Later on I'll eat the raisins. Raisins are very high in iron, so the iron water will get into your system very quickly, and it'll also help with liver issues. Next up is dates. Dates are tremendously high in iron. So countries other countries, India, stuff like that cannot get herbs, they will give their children who have anemia, they will give them dates. What I love about these 2 herbs is it also works on sickle cell. So even if you have sickle cell anemia, it does not matter what type of anemia you have, what type of iron issues you have, it's going to take care of it. Also, another thing that you need to look into is if you have any issues with anemia, any issues with production of red blood cells, and they cannot find anything wrong with you. They're telling you, well, you don't have kidney disease, you don't have RA, you don't have, you haven't been on antibiotics. You're going to have to look at a parasitic issue, okay? Because parasites do cause anemia. So that is something to look into and really think and incorporate a parasite cleanse into that. All right. If you actually want to see what the lines on the nails look like, you can always go over to my TikTok. I actually show my nails. So, but most people like mine, if you run your fingers across it, you can actually feel the ridges. You can actually feel, that's how bad mine got. And yet I kept going to the doctor and they're like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. But I'm like, but I'm really tired after this surgery. I'm like really tired. I can't get up in the morning. I have no energy. The dark circles were getting horrible. And the little voice inside my head just kept saying, it's a deficiency. It's a deficiency. It's definitely a deficiency. And I kept testing and they're like, no, everything's fine. And everything was not fine. Okay. So always check your nails. I've told you a million times in all my videos prior to this, your body talks to you. Your nails talk to you, your skin talks to you, your muscles talk to you, your ligaments talk to you, your face, your eyes, everything, your lips, everything talks to you. Your lips will let you know when you have any issues with, your pancreas. Your eyes will let you know if you have anything. Your body is going to be the first to tell you before any doctor's test will ever tell you. So it's very important to become very body friendly with yourself. Learn your body. Look at yourself in the mirror, and go, hey, that's new. I didn't realize that wrinkle. I even go as far as I scrape my tongue. Might do a video on that. And how to tell when you have issues with yourself because of your tongue. I scrape my tongue every morning. If I see any new lines or any new cracks, I'm like, okay, well, why is that there? What's going on with my lungs or what's going on? Your body is always, always communicating with you. So it's up to you to sit there and be present enough every day to listen to yourself. So recently I just added a post on my Instagram about these women that are constantly putting fake nails on. This is one of your biggest communicators. I mean, they are huge communicators. This is why when you go into surgery, they have you take your nail polish off and they have you take everything because they want to watch, your oxygen saturation, everything. Are your nails turning yellow? Are they, turning green underneath? Are they everything? Even your toenails are constantly communicating to you. Oh, my toenails are yellow. They're not just yellow. There's a reason for that. They're giving you information. Oh, I have really thick toenails. Yes, your toenails are telling you that you are not metabolizing your sugar correctly in your body. I'm telling you, your face, your skin, everything. Like, I take the time to become very body friendly with myself, learn my body very well, spend a little bit of time in the mirror every single night to look what is going on, what is not right here. All right. So there you go. If you're interested in the anxiety tea, I have very limited amounts on hand. These videos usually hit first on YouTube and then they hit on TikTok. So they're going to be advertised over on TikTok too. So I have very limited amounts. It's going to be first come, first serve. And then after that, they're going to decide, how much to have on hand. All right. So I just want to let you guys know that. I will see you. Hopefully I won't get sick again. And I will see you next week. Please stay happy. I'm going to try to keep you guys and myself very healthy. And please love and respect one another till we meet again. Bye-bye.